come with me to convert a PDF to Braille music. This is just a regular PDF. I mean, obviously it's a music score, but it's just a scan. It's just a plain Jane PDF, and by the end, we're gonna have Braille music. So, the first thing I'm gonna do, I downloaded all my PDFs already. You do have to download your PDFs. I don't know that you can do it from Google Drive. I don't know how to use Dropbox, but I don't think you can do it from there either. So you do need to download them. You can download them locally. You can download them to a thumb drive. Doesn't really matter. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to musescore.com/import. Just kidding. Let's see if it'll go there. Haha, it did. Okay, let me turn up my computer so you can hear my audio. Not the road outside. Okay, so I went to musescore.com/import. MuseScore is musical notation software. They can also take a PDF and export it as a MuseScore file. I do have, it's technically free, but because I'm in 2 ensembles, I was like, not gonna let it limit the amount of PDFs that I was allowed to do per week. So I did break down and pay for it when the PDF limit rolled out, because it'll pay for itself. So yeah, that's a little bit about MuseScore. Oh, also I'll talk about the settings later, never mind. Let me go to where I can pick a PDF to import.
Bannerland Notific Profile. Choose Select button. Choose files. No file. Open dialog.
And it's going to open a tree just like you would see if you were in your File Explorer or, somewhere else. I imagine the process is the same on Mac.
Okay, address, commit, tree, items, view, tree, iCloud.
Oh, just kidding. I have to remember where I saved my PDFs.
Level 0 desktop, level 2 desktop, document, level 1 startup, download.
Okay, so I think I saved my PDFs
items
here.
View list. Today grouping it.
I did.
Does the world say checked 8 of 12?
Okay, does the world say? That's my PDF that I want, so I'm going to go ahead and click it.
Create score.
Okay, now that I have picked the PDF, there we go. It's going to ask me for basic information about the piece, so it's going to ask me for like the title, the genre. Usually I just enter the title because I think that's the only thing that's required. Then the other thing I do is I make sure that it's set to private, because this is not my music. I am not making any money from this side of things, putting things on MuseScore or whatever. I don't want anybody else to see it. This is literally just a PDF that I'm converting so I can have Braille. So I want to make sure that it's set on private, not public.
Banner landmark navigation notification private button.
And it is.
Copyright and download settings. Description edit. Score title edit required. Out of edit.
Oops.
Score. Bannerland score title edit required. Enter the title.
So the title is required, and I'm going to go ahead and type does the world say.
Combo box select collapsed.
I mean, you can fill out other information, but I usually don't.
Description edit blank. How it works link. Copyright continue button.
I'm going to press continue. And then I will get this page that's like basically a infinite loading dialogue. That's like, MuseScore is trying to process your PDF, and it'll either process it or it won't. Sometimes it doesn't.
Task edit PDF.
So sometimes it'll like process the PDF the way it's supposed to, sometimes it won't. Usually I like to have Outlook open while I'm doing this, because it'll send me an email to tell me whether it processed or not. Or sometimes I just do random stuff in MuseScore for like an hour and forget what I'm doing. So we'll see what happens with this PDF and if MuseScore actually converts it correctly or not. Okay, so I just got the email I was not hoping for, and MuseScore did not like the PDF that I gave it. So I am going to try again with the exact same steps that I did before, except I am going to delete the PDF that I put in there originally and make it try again. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4 times, sometimes it just doesn't work, but usually it does, so I might have to tell it off a little bit. But we'll see if I can get it to work. So the first time it was a no. Hopefully it'll convert on the second time though and not be weird. Okay, it happened again. And if I had been like 10 seconds earlier hitting record, I could have captured my computer telling me that it happened again. MuseScore did not want to process this file, so I'm going to try this file one more time because I do need it. And unfortunately, this is a piece that not only do I need, I have another person in one of my 2 ensembles that also reads Braille music, so I need it for them too. So this file is kind of important and it's not working. So let me try one more time to see if I can get it to work. And if not, I will see if maybe I can get the director from my other ensemble to scan. I don't know. I'll think about my options, but let me try one more time with the traditional MuseScore way. At least this time it took a little bit longer to be like, hey, I don't like this file. So hopefully I can pressure it into, you know, accepting my file and converting it into a MuseScore file like I need to do. Okay, MuseScore has said it again that it does not want to do this file. So I'm going to maybe make it wait till tomorrow, question mark, or maybe see if I can get an alternate scan. I don't know. Sometimes like MuseScore is just like the wind is blowing the wrong direction. I don't want to deal with this. It's pretty temperamental, like to the point that it's an ongoing joke between me and my director for the ensemble that I have all this music for. But don't worry, I will still give the people what they want, and I'm still gonna convert a file. I need that to stop talking. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm still gonna convert a file. I did turn the rate boost back on my screen reader because it was making me mad. I can only handle one thing at a time, either slow screen reader or MuseScore not working, and it seems like we got MuseScore not working. So I'm gonna pick another file, and let's see if I can get MuseScore to do another one. So I'm gonna go back to upload.
Choose files. Select button. Finale file to MSCC button. PDF to MSCC button.
PDF.
Create form use. Button landmark navigation lens notifications profile. Choose select delete button. No next button. Delete button.
I gotta delete this one.
Heading level 3 does the world say.pdf. Graphic does the world say.pdf. Cute.
It's still cute. I wonder what would happen if I just left it here. I'm gonna leave it here.
Delete button. Button. No next button. Delete button. Select button. Choose files. No file chosen button.
Choose
Open
another
dialog. File name. File name.
file.
Combo box. Open canc address. Command module. Tree view. Emily. Person. Command module toolbar. Command module toolbar. Organize button. Tree view. Level 2 desktop. Documents. Level 1 started. Downloads. IMC
Downloads.
list. Wax and round check 2 of 12. Which check 3 of 12. Wax and when I become an old woman check 1 of 12.
I'll do this
Create
one. Okay.
No next edit field.
Come on now.
Ben landmark navigation. Ben landmark navigation landmark search for sheet music edit. Sort title and required. Sort.
Okay, I'm entering the title of it
Combo
now.
box select collab. Description edit blank. How it works link. Copyright and done. Continue button.
Continue. And now we are going to send up another prayer to the MuseScore gods that perhaps it will like one of these files. I left the other one queued. Normally I don't. Like the times that it kept failing, I was deleting the file, but I wonder if I just leave it there. If MuseScore will be like, actually, yes, I could convert that file. So we'll see. We'll cross our fingers because I do need that music. So, yeah, I'll keep you posted on what happens with the next file. Okay, bad news. It must be because I'm filming and MuseScore does not like that. The other file did not want to process. I don't know what is happening today. I might, like, turn my computer off and back on because this is very unusual behavior. I'm gonna try one more file and see, but, like, MuseScore is all kinds of glitching out today. So I'm gonna try one more file and see if I can get MuseScore to convert it.
Edit PDF news. Edit.
This is really making me annoying.
Back to upload button.
Okay, back to
button.
upload.
Create form useful. Choose files. No file chosen button. Select button. Finale file to MSCC PDF to MSCC button.
Wait,
Finale.
what is
Finale
this?
select button. Choose Ben landmark navigation landmark profile. Choose files. No file chosen. Link how it works. New. Add copy. Heading level 1 publish and share no music.
Okay.
Choose file. Select finale file to MSCC button. PDF to MSCC button.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Ben landmark navigation notifications profile. Choose files. No file chosen button.
Choose files.
Open dialog. File name. Files. Open canc address. Tree view. Emily. Personal. OneDrive. iCloud Drive.
No, wait. Why?
iCloud Drive. Last one. Level 0 level 2 desktop. 1 documents. OneDrive. Level 1 started quick access.
But
Downloads. Pinned. 1 and 1 level 1. Start quick access. Downloads. Pinned.
yes, I talk to my computer talks to me, therefore I get to talk to it.
IMC list. Wax and round check 2 of 12.
Try
Create
this
form
one.
useful.com. Google Chrome window.
This is really making me mad.
Ben landmark navigation landmark search. Sort title and required enter.
Okay, I'm entering the title
Combo box
now.
select collapsed. Description edit blank. How it works link. Copyright and done. Continue button.
Okay, one more time. Send up prayers. Let's hope it works. Guess what? My faith in humanity has been restored. MuseScore converted a file for me. Yay! And I like panicked in the middle of like waiting for it because I heard an email come through and I was like, no, it's never a good time when it comes through quick. But thankfully, it was just an ad. I've never been so thankful for spam in my life. Okay, my faith in humanity is restored. So now I'm going to turn up my audio again, even though I'm not turning my rate booster off. So that's that.
Notifications, complimentary landmark, added no next heading, button, bad button, good button.
It pops up this like preview graphic of how the piece looks, and I don't know what to do with it because I can't exactly see it. So I'm gonna say that it was good, and then if it's bad, I'll just make it do it again. So I'm gonna hit good because it pops up the options good or bad. So I'm gonna hit good because I don't know what else to do.
Bad button, good button.
It was good. Come on.
Button bad, button good.
Good. Come on.
Notifications, complimentary land button. No next heading.
Okay, and then it'll give me a little pop-up-y thing.
No next button, no next button, edit on desktop button.
To edit on desktop. It pops up a bunch of options, but edit on desktop is the one I want.
Edit on desktop button, dialog, button, button.
I disabled this, but if you don't disable it, it'll ask you if you want to open it.
Radio button not checked.
Shush. It'll ask if you want to open it in MuseScore. I just set it to open automatically, because usually if I hit that button, yes, I want it to open in MuseScore. Alright, and now it should be loaded.
Blank. No B flat 3/8, measure 1B 1/2.
It is loaded. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at how many staves I have and what they are labeled. MuseScore has seen like a lot of improvements over the past year, so it started including lyrics in choir music, and it started labeling staves. There was nothing more obnoxious than in the olden days when it used to label all 75 staves as voice ooze, and you couldn't quite tell which part you needed. So I'm going to see what my staves are and what the labels are.
Down note in court. Up note in court.
Oh, I only have one staff. This is interesting.
Up note in court. Down note in court. Down note in court.
What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna hit play and just take a listen. MuseScore does have like a MIDI kind of terrible audio that we can listen to. Let's see how it sounds.
Play. Play.
Okay. It doesn't sound corrupt or anything. It's just very interesting that there's only the one staff and it's not labeled. I am optimistic because I saw lyrics in there. I'm gonna look and see if I can see some more.
16 notes. 16 note.
Oh no. That's what happens when you hit 3 instead of F3. Hopefully it didn't do anything, and if it did, I'll just hit undo.
Previous chord slash shift text left.
Oh, hush.
Previous chord slash shift text. Page. Bottom of last.
How?
Previous chord slash shift. Res 16. Measure 1B 1.125.
Uh-oh. It did.
Undo. No B flat 3/8. Measure 1B 1 lyrics U. No B flat 3/4. Measure 1B 1.25 lyrics no. No B flat 3/8. Measure 1B 1.75 lyrics A. No B flat 3/8. Measure 2B 1 lyrics low.
Okay, so it has lyrics. It's just only one staff. Which I can maybe see why. So, the next thing I'm going to do is, since my MuseScore file does look okay, does sound okay, I'm going to export it. Now, MuseScore does have a Braille option for export, but I'm only going to do that in a situation where I don't need words. So if this was instrumental music, I could use MuseScore's Braille, or if like I was an accompanist and I literally just needed the piano part or just the score, I could use that, but I need the words. So I'm actually going to import it as a music XML file first. So I'm going to export.
Application menu.
I do not want my computer to be so loud.
Blank. File. Open. Control plus O. Open recent menu.
My computer is determined.
Close. Save. Publish. Import P. Export.
Okay,
Export window. Main score checkbox checked.
I am going to let it export the main score because it's just the one line.
Select all button. Format. PDF file. Combo box. PDF file. PNG image. SVG image. MP3 audio. WAV audio not selected. Audio not selected. FLAC audio. MIDI file not selected. Music XML not selected.
Music XML.
Format. Music XML. Combo box collapsed. Export. Button.
And then it's going to save the way that you would save any other file. So it's going to pop up like, name it.
Save as type. Combo. File name.
And pick a location for it.
Selection removed.
Oh.
Untitled selected.
Oh, I don't want it to be called Untitled. What the heck?
C.
I can't spell today.
Space. Save as type. Combo box compressed. Use toolbar. Type. Save. Cancel. Address bin. Command module tool. Tree view. Level 2 documents. OneDrive. Level 1 iCloud drive. Last one and one.
Put it in iCloud because I know that that's where things go.
Items view. Names. Save as type. Toolbar. Hide folders. Save button. Alt pressed. Waxed and wing window. Score waxed and wing panel. No.
Okay. Now.
Use for studio window. Warning dialog. Do you want to save changes to score waxed and wing before?
I am closing the MuseScore version. I do not like to have 75 tabs open at once. I'm just weird like that. So I am closing my MuseScore out, and it's going to ask if I want to save. I'm going to hit no.
Don't save button. Don't save.
Goodbye.
Edit PDF MuseScore.com. Google Chrome window.
And then it takes me back to Chrome. The next program that I'm going to open is called Sao My Braille. It is another open source program created by the Sao Center for the Blind in South Korea. How I found this is I am subscribed to a bunch of like blindness mailing lists that normally I don't check, but then that day I did. So, yeah. I'm going to open Sao My Braille. It's kind of like an open source version if you know Duxbury. It's a Braille translation software, but it's free and it's open source, and we're all about using free and open source things these days, hence why I'm using NVDA and not JAWS. But that's a topic for another day. All right, Sao My Braille. Let's go.
Sao My Braille.
Sao My Braille. It just, oh, there we go. Sometimes it doesn't announce itself when it's fully loaded. I'm going to hit New Document, Control N.
Document 1.smd, print, Sao My Braille.
Document
1.smd,
1.
print.
Now I'm going to insert that music XML file that we just made from MuseScore. So I'm going to hit Alt F11.
Music score dialog, file name. File name.
And then it's going to pop up the tree view again, and now I get to insert the music score.
Open, cancel, address, command module, tree view. This PC collapsed 14 of 15, level 1. iCloud drive collapsed 12 of 15, level 1.
iCloud
Items view
Drive.
list. Wax and Wayne round 49 of 51.
Wax and Wayne is around.
Document 1.smd, print, Sao My Braille.
Now that I've inserted it, I'm going to hit Control T. I'm going to have Sao My Braille translate it to Braille. Right now, it's just kind of sitting there. So if you saw my screen, it would literally just say like Wax and Wayne round.xml. But I'm going to hit so that it translates to Braille.
0%, 100%. Document 1.sm, what the document is ready.
And it's going to make beautiful noises that my computer is going to talk over because my computer is rude. And now it's translated as Braille. So I could, if my Braille display was over here, I could look at the output that it made, which I will look up the output in a second. But I can also see how many Braille pages it's going to be.
Page 2, blank.
It's little. I wonder if this is just a practice score. That would make sense. Okay, little tiny 2 Braille pages, itty bitty. So I have translated it, and now I'm going to save it. When I save it, I'm going to make sure to save it as a BRF, Braille Ready file.
Save as dialog. File name. Combo box collapsed. Edit all plus and select document 1 to 1.
And I'm going to give it a name that's better than document 1.
Save as type. Combo box Sao My Braille documents. Startup.
It wants to save as a Sao My Braille document, but I want it to be a BRF.
Extended. Save as type. List. Sao My Braille templates. Start documents. Sao My Braille documents. Sao My Braille Ready documents. Start.brf.
Braille Ready.
Save as dialog. Toolbar. Hide. Save. Cancel. Address. Command module. Tree view. iCloud drive collapsed 12 of 15, level 1.
And I will save that to iCloud Drive as well.
Command address band tool. Address. Up band. Cancel. Save button. Alt plus S. Press. 0%. Wax and Wayne round.brf. Wax and Wayne round.
It's going to make beautiful noises. Okay, and now my Braille file is all saved and ready to be embossed, which I will show you in a second. To the other room, and also it's 2 days later because I was busy doing PDF stuff all day yesterday. Why I thought, I can convert 25 pieces at a time, I don't know. It actually went mostly okay. For the most part, all the software did what it needed to, but then there were like a couple pieces, and some of them I'm still gonna have one of my directors transcribe for me into the MuseScore format because like the conversion just wouldn't go. But yeah, I spent all day yesterday like wrangling stuff, trying to get PDFs converted. It wasn't even mini PDFs. I got most of them converted the day that I started filming this, and then yeah, stuff and things. So we're gonna emboss now. I have my pretty, I don't know if you can see her, Juliet 120. She's a good little embosser. She really is little. She weighs like maybe 15-20 pounds, which for a Braille embosser is tiny. I can pick it up. Yes, she's sitting on a bookshelf. I like to pretend it muffles the sound. I don't think it does. I don't know. And then I have my box of paper. Not that you need to see the box of paper, but the box of paper is going up into the embosser. Yeah, it basically just prints Braille. The paper does come out of this back side, like it would be going into the bookshelf. So when I emboss, I kind of just have to stand here and hold the paper and fold it as it embosses. This is going to be really interesting trying to film something embossing. The good news is it's going to be short. So, because normally I need both hands to hold the paper and fold it at the same time. So we're going to emboss actually the PDF that we successfully converted the other day, the Wax and Wade one, because that one is short and the embosser is loud. And normally I stand here with noise canceling headphones and listen to music up pretty loud so that I don't have to hear the embosser. But I'm going to let you hear the embosser, so I'm going to emboss a short one so that I don't have to die. All right, let's do it to it. So I'm going to open menu.
Open menu mode.
Print. This is the fastest this thing talks, so I cannot speed it up any faster. And it moves about as fast as it talks to.
Print from USB.
I'm going to print from USB. And then I'm actually going to go backward because Wax and Wayne starts with a W.
An accompanying box to Santa Baby S. O Magnum Mystery.
Oh, dear God.
EA, your song, yes, what? You will be found. Would you harbor me? Will mankind, yes, what? Will mankind, what was I made for?
And now,
Wax and Wayne.
there it is. You will hear all the lovely things that were on that thumb drive. That really does move about as slow as it talks, and I am young and overcaffeinated, so I tend to push that button way too fast. Okay, what you are about to hear is going to be extremely loud, I think so. So, you know, do whatever you got to do to make your ears not hurt so much, but this is going to be loud. Ready?
The selected document will now be printed.
Here she goes. And just like that, we have a healthy, I really can't do this with one hand. There we go. We have a healthy 3-page document. So in a minute for you, and probably several hours for me, we'll bind it. And I'll show you how I bind it and how I make it work for me in rehearsal. Y'all, my iPad locked up the last time I filmed this part. It like locked in the middle. I don't really know why. So I'm just gonna like nudge it periodically to make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, it is now 2 weeks later. Yes, I've been Braille musicking pretty continuously throughout the past 2 weeks because stuff always happens. This is the way a new choir session always starts. We always end up getting a new piece, or there ends up being like some weird technicality that I didn't pay attention to. Like one of the pieces that I just re-embossed, I didn't know that the line that was labeled soprano was a giant solo and not the soprano part. So, you know, there's always something, and honestly there's still more because there's a couple pieces that one of my directors still has to transcribe for me. So it's winding down, but it's still going on. So I am going to show you how I bind the Braille music and how I use it during rehearsal. You also missed my 100-page Braille pile of excellence. Now I have like a probably 50-page Braille pile. The Braille pile I had was huge. Okay, so we are going to, let me make sure this is all one piece because some of these fell apart. Yes, this is all one. So my pages right now are together, and this is because that helps them kind of flow through the embosser. You can do it on cut sheet pages, but then you have to like keep feeding it yourself, and that's kind of high maintenance. So my pages are stuck together and they fan out like a giant accordion. They also have these little dot matrix things, little edges on the side, and that is how they feed through the embosser. They sit on the little pegs in the embosser and then they move through. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my pages together and I'm going to rip off the little dot edges. I'm going to fold them back and forth to make them easier. They are perforated, so it makes it easier to pull it apart when I do it against the grain. There's one edge. I'm gonna do it again. There's, oops, 2 edges. And then I'm gonna put them away. Now I am going to rip these pages apart because they're not super useful when they're together. Also, I don't know why this Braille paper is like this if I'm just backward, but like the Braille sides are touching and the Braille sides are not supposed to be touching. It's kind of bothering me. So now I'm going to rip these pages apart and I'm going to fold them back and forth the same way that I was doing because they're also perforated. So it helps to decrease the likelihood that I'm going to tear it. It comes apart so easily. I once had some Braille paper that was very generously gifted to me because someone used to have an embosser and no longer did. But that paper was so difficult to pull apart. I didn't really like using it. We are between pages 6, 7. Okay, so I ripped the piece apart. Now I'm going to actually put this piece to the side. I'm going to show you how I hole punch and bind a giant piece. This is a big piece. It's a full score of 2 soprano and 2 alto parts. We re-embossed her because I'm in a like extension group of one of the choirs that I'm in, and we get to be a little bit more flexible with the parts that we're singing, and of course I want to be part of that, so I re-embossed it so that I had all the parts. Because when I first embossed it, I didn't realize that it was for that group and not for the regular choir. So I have here a heavy duty hole punch that has only ever hole punched Braille paper before. It has never hole punched print paper, and I do intend to keep it that way. So the problem with this hole punch is it maxes out at 40 print pages, which wouldn't be a problem if these were normal size pages, but they're basically cardstock. So we got to multiply that print number of 40, divide that print number of 40 by 2, which is 20. This score is 29 pages, so I need to split it and hole punch it in 2 rounds. So I'm going to split it. I'm going to try to split it to be 14 and 15. There we go. So I'm going to do the first 14 pages and then the last 15. I usually max my hole punch out at 15 because then it gets all difficult and I feel like it's gonna jam. So I'm kind of just gently tapping the edges of the paper on the table to try to line them up because I'm gonna need 2 hands to push the lever of the hole punch. I'm trying to angle this in a way that you can see it, but I can't see whatever you can see on the camera. So yeah, let me move this back a little bit. Okay, there, now everything's on the table. So I have lined up the papers in, oops, I had them lined and then I misaligned them in the back of the hole punch. And now I'm going to punch the initial holes. It's sort of a muscle process. So, oh, those holes look good. So I hole punch the first 14 pages. Now I'm going to take page 14 off the back because I do like the holes at least between one piece to line up with one another. I'm just kind of a perfectionist in that way. So I'm going to take 14, line it up on the top. My pages are falling apart everywhere. This is what I hate about loose Braille. Just tap them on the table again. I'm going to line them up in the hole punch and everything going right. This should hole punch the pages in an exact line with page 14 and the holes that I already punched. This does not hurt page 14. Okay, pages are lined up. Oh, I gotta check one more time. I'm nervous. Okay, now I'm gonna push it down. Try. Okay, there we go. Heavy duty hole punch time. Oh, the holes look good. All right, now I'm gonna put all of the pages back together. What are you? Have it. My pages are completely a disaster. Thank God for page numbers. Okay, now I've got my big 30-page score here. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use some binding rings to hold it together so that these pages aren't flopping everywhere and loose. If it was my perfect world, my favorite kind of Braille paper had 19 holes going all the way down, and I would just thread a comb through the holes and then I wouldn't have to hole punch. But I wasn't paying attention when I reordered paper, so I ordered paper that had no holes. So I have to hole punch and use the binding rings, but that is a-okay. So I gotta get my rings out. Of course, I'm gonna put 3 rings on the piece. Come on now. We are getting down to the bottom of the ring box where the rings are all a little bit difficult to open. So I gotta open the ring up and then line up the pages and focus on, there we go. Got the ring threaded through the little binding hole, and I'm gonna close it. The rings are huge. They look a little bit less giant on a 30-page score, but on like an 8-pager, like the one I just ripped apart for you, they are huge. But it was so hard to find these on Amazon at all. So just kind of have to deal with it. That's 2. Come on. I have a pair of ring pliers, but I don't know how to use them, so I just hurt my fingers every single time. And come on, that's 3. So now we have a fully bound piece of Braille music. Can you believe she once was a regular PDF? Now she's Braille music. She's beautiful. And in rehearsal, I can just flip my pages open like this, and then I can just flip the pages as we go along. Yes, I could do it with just the electronic Braille file that I generate, but I don't like that. I like paper music. I'm weird. So, I hope you have enjoyed this video and following along with this very detailed and chaotic process of mine for making Braille music. Let me know if you want to, hear some Braille music ASMR. If you want to hear my embosser for like several hours. I listened back to the video with my embosser in it, and you guys got so lucky it's not nearly as bad as it is IRL. So, yeah, just let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this one, and have a good day. And I will probably be Braille musicking until the end of time. It never ends. Okay, bye.